So we're here today on Wurundjeri country, Kulin Nation. To begin, I just want to pay my respects to the ancestors who created this country and the elders who care for it. For us, as Aboriginal people, country is about family. So we have our human family, but for us that family extends into the whole of creation. So country is not just inanimate objects or utilities that we mine or cut down for our own use. It's actually family. And so we have an obligation to care for country, because if we care for country, then country will care for us. So for Aboriginal people, country is also sacred. And what we mean by that is that for us, the sacred is anything that tells us who we are and what our responsibility is in the world. And so we believe that the ancestors who created this country continue to talk to us and to guide us through country. And so if we attend very carefully to what they are saying to us, for example, in the movement of kangaroo or possum, in the riverscape, in the landscape, then we will know how to live ourselves. And so we will learn to imitate the way that country looks after itself and embed ourselves in it, and therefore find our sacred vocation. So sacredness is not really some kind of spiritual notion that sort of hovers above ordinary life. Sacredness is about living life well in the materiality of country. So it's all about how to live well. That's what sacredness means for us. We believe that the ancestors who created this country are still speaking to us from it. So in that sense, country is alive. So even if country is not moving around like a kangaroo or a possum would, even if it's just rock, we believe that that rock vibrates with the presence of this sort of ancestral spirit or voice. And so particularly my mob back in Lutruwita or Tasmania, we have a thing about rocks, you know, and our sense is that the rocks vibrate with energy, and you can kind of feel it in certain places more than others. And we believe that if you can tune in, then you can hear what the ancestors are continuing to say to us. This is not unique to Aboriginal culture. This is actually part of traditional culture in many parts of the world. So there's potential there for conversations between many traditional peoples about the aliveness of country and the way that it actually relates to it. We can have a relationship with country. So in the Hebrew tradition, there's a lot of talk about the Spirit of God, the Ruach, the wind. We got that blowing around us at the moment, Craig. For us, that is like the breath of the ancestors, you know. They're breathing in and out. It tells us that country is alive, and it means that if we tune in, we can hear that voice. Land as mother is a metaphor, you know, amongst a whole other range of metaphors. So I was saying before that country is kin or family. One member of our family, a very important member of any of our human families, is our mother. And we come from our mother, we come from her womb. And we receive into ourselves, by virtue of that person being our mother, our DNA imprinted upon us. We receive so much of who we are through that DNA process from our parents. We receive who we are from our mother, the earth. We have other metaphors. We can talk about land as uncle or father or sister or cousin or brother or sister. Lots and lots of metaphors, and also non-relational metaphors work as well. In the Christian tradition, we have lots of names for God. Some of them are personal names or family names, others of them aren't. It's exactly the same in the way that we think about country. Just as in our human families, we look to our mother and father and the adults in our lives as we're growing up to learn how to be responsible members of the family and of the tribe and the community, if you like. So we look to country. And the thing is that if you don't spend a lot of time in country and you don't actually watch and see what's going on and listen and hear, then you don't learn a lot. But for us, we have a strong sense that unless we listen and learn from our mother country, then we'll get all the wrong messages. We'll forget how to live in a responsible and sustainable way in country. So it's really, really important that we spend time there if we can and learn what's going on, tune into the ecosystems if you like, find out how every bit supports every other bit, and try and embed ourselves in that so that we're not doing damage on the one hand, but we're also supporting country on the other. And of course, when we grow into adulthood in our human families, we sort of take on more and more responsibility, and eventually we care for our parents as they become quite old and fragile. And so it's exactly the same process for us with country. We depend upon it, we need what it gives to us, it sustains us and nurtures us. But as we grow into our responsibility and we learn how to care for country, then we have to give back. You know, we take full responsibility to care for country and learn its ways and make sure that the right things happen so that it's sustainable and we can continue to have this good relationship.